guys, welcome back to my channel. As promised, I know it's taken a while, you know, just life gets in the way and what have you. I said I would teach you, let's move this first so I don't knock it off the table, how to do this knitting that I'm doing, this pandemic. It's a cross stitch which I have double-sided knitted, so this here is black on this side. If you fold it over, it's white on this one, so it's just kind of a negative of each other, so you knit both sides at the same time. Okay, so let me just move my huge blanket. So what I did was I got this little motif. I have a cross stitch, I think it's Flowers Feed the Soul, and there's this tiny little butterfly on that picture, on that piece. So I've just taken that little butterfly, and what we're going to actually do is just knit that little thing as a square. So I have had to go with one of my really old circular needles with the cable attached, because all my other pairs are in use somewhere. So these are 4mm. I lost the packet, but I have a ruler, fortunately, that sorry for rocking you, that allows me to measure, so I know these are 4s. But I think the other on my pandemic, they're either 4.5 or 5mm. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, you're going to need, I recommend circular knitting needles. They can hold way more. The one I've got on my pandemic, the cable is actually, I think, 135 centimeters long, and it's not long enough to spread the blanket out completely, but it's long enough for me to work on, to just kind of, you know, so 135 centimeters is good. Depends on the size you're going to go with. Anyway, I've got these little ones just because this is only like 27 by 27. So you're going to need 2 balls of wool. I've stuck with black and white just because I think they're very, very contrasting, and it'll be easier for you guys to see what I'm doing. Now, I have unwound a little bit ready of each. Casting on. So the first thing to do, let me just find the ends. That one's got a knot. Let me just snap that off. I haven't got scissors near, otherwise I would cut it, because I wouldn't usually snap wool, but you're going to need your slip knot as usual. So why is that gone twisty right? There we go. So you're going to have to put the 2 strands together. I am absolutely no good at measuring how long a long tail, if you're doing the long tail cast on, that you need. I'm hopeless with that. Do you know, I think 3 times I had to undo my pandemic and add a bit more, then do it again. Anyway, so you need your usual slip knot with both strands. Then you want to take your needle. Now, because you're working both sides, you're going to have one black side, one white side. So you're going to be making 2 stitches with every cast on. But you're going to do them separately. So what I'm trying to say is you need one black one, one white one, and then you just keep going back, black, white, black, white, black, white. So if you know the long tail cast on, it's kind of the same, similar. You just flick your thumb underneath it, pick it up from behind here like this. Now take the white strand from the other side, wrap it around, pull this up and over and let it go. That's your white one done. It doesn't matter what order these 2 are in. Now take your black one, do the same again, thumb under, go under this side right here. Now this time take the black one, wrap it around, up and over, and give it a tug. So now you've got, there we go. So now you've got your first 2, which you ignore. You're going to need, by the way, there's 27 on here, but you're going to double that because there's 27 each side, so that's 54 stitches. So you will have to count. So again, we're back to the white wool. Go over, wrap under, grab here, hold, grab the white from the ball, wrap around, take this one up and over and pull. Now we're going to go back to the black. I'm sorry, my needle's banging on the table. So black, over, under, and go under here, right by the thumb, hold, grab the black, wrap it around as if you're knitting, move that, take it up and over, and give it a tug. So now we've got 4. These will be edge stitches, these 2 here. You'll do the same at the end. You'll see why. Let's give that a little tug. Now we're going to go back to the white. Don't worry about your edge. I'm going to crochet over the edge of mine when I'm done. These 2 have got mixed up. There we go. No, behave. Turn the needle. Thank you. Right, so now we've done a black. Sorry, I'm moving forwards. We need to go back to a white. So grab your white, over, under, and you need to grab your needle under there, grab the white, wrap around, take this loop off your thumb, up and over the needle, and pull back to the black. So over, under, grab this side, take your black from the ball, wrap it around like you're knitting, take this loop up and over and tighten it on your needle. There we go. So we've got white, black, white, black, white, black. So back to white again. I'll just do a couple more and then I'll leave you to cast on the recommended. So over, under, and bring your thumb up. Take the needle underneath, hold it, wrap the white yarn around like you're knitting, take this loop up over your needle and pull back to black. So over, wrap, under, grab the black, hold, wrap the black yarn around as if you're knitting, take this black loop up and over and give it a pull. So there we go. We now have the first 2. We won't count those. So you've got 2, 4, 6, 8. You'll need 54. Yeah, and then we'll do an extra 2. Because I'll do these as the border, so you need 54 in the middle and an extra 2 at the end. So let me show you once more, which is the ball one. There we go, a white one. So over, wrap under, and you want to grab this here on your thumb, go underneath it, wrap the white around, take the loop up and over and give it a pull. Back to black, over, wrap, go under this around your thumb and hold it, then take your black, wrap around, take this black loop up and over the needle and give it a tug. There we go. So now we've got 10, so you need 54, and I'll meet you at the end when you do the last 2. Okay guys, so yours should look something like this right now. I have, not including these 2 right here, I have 27 pairs up to there, so I'm just going to add 2 more just for the edge stitch. So 1 more white. Took me less time than I thought. I think it's because I'm so used to doing my pandemic, it was just easy to flip wool between my hands. Okay, so ideally I should have had a pair of scissors. Give me 1 second. Right, okay. You should be used to me now being so unprepared. Just chop off the excess that you don't need. Right, now this pattern. Let me just unroll some more wool. One thing you need to know is that your wool is going to get twisted. I've kind of figured out a way that works for me, where I can knit and it doesn't get knitted, but that doesn't mean that everyone finds their own way of being comfortable with 2 yarns. I'm happy with it in one hand. I've just got used to that. Anyway, you've got your 27 pairs plus 2 extra each side. Hopefully, you should find the PDF to this in the description box if I can figure out how to get it in there. I can't even send an email with my CV attached to it, apparently. It pinged back at me this morning. So, if I haven't, I'll get Rob onto it, hopefully. But if not, you can, it's all there in the screen. It all fits in, so you can kind of follow along with this. Now, all you have to remember more than anything is it's a constant knit one, purl one, because you knit one for the front side of the blanket, you purl one for the back, because you're doing them both simultaneously. So, first things first, that very first stitch, you've got to remember that if you just knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, keep going back and forth, you're going to have open ends. So, the way I've done it is to take these first 2 together, take both strands of the working yarn, wrap it around and knit it as one. That will keep, that will keep your edges together and you won't have like an open edge. So that's where you start. I didn't unwind the black. Okay, I apologise if you can hear Riley upstairs. I do tell him to play quietly, but he gets so engrossed in his game that I think he just forgets, to be honest. Right, so to our chart. This first row, just because I've done my stitches back to front, I'm going to go this way on the first row. So although it's white on here, it's going to be black, just because when I flick it around it's going to change, and I want to make that first row for you a little bit easier. So we're going to, it's always a knit one, purl one, always, because the knit is this side and then you're purling the one for the opposite side. So for this row it's going to be knit the black, purl the white. So you're just going to knit the black, but you always have to take both strands wherever you go, purl the white, both strands back over, knit the black. Now, as you can see, I am holding both yarns in my right hand, both working yarns, purl the white. That's just because I have never been able to work with one strand in each hand, if I'm perfectly honest with you. So it's just the way it is. But I find that I don't twist my yarn so much if I work them both in my right hand, and I'll come to that later on. Just for now, just work this row, knit one, purl one, knit the black, purl the white. And for some reason I always seem to do it a little bit tight when I'm casting on. I need to learn to loosen up a little bit. No, not round there. I have no issues after that, it's just the cast on row. I think I'm scared of them being too loose. Knit the black, purl the white, but always take both strands front and both strands back. Knit the black, pull them both to the front, purl the white. I would show you with wool with a strand in each hand, but I can't. I can't do it, so I'm not going to. I wouldn't want to confuse you. But you do whatever's most comfortable for you and what you're good at. There is no right or wrong way. So both to the back. Knit the black. Both to the front. And purl the white. Back to the back. Knit the black. Back to the front with both. And purl the white. knit the black, both strands to the front, purl the white. But you're obviously not wrapping both yarns around your needle when you're knitting it, you're just doing the colour that you need. So knit the black, back to the front, purl the white. And as you can see, this side is coming up white and this side is coming up black. So back to the back. It'll loosen up a bit now I've done the first row. No, only one strand. Knit the black. You wouldn't believe how many times I've used both and I've had to go back and unpick. Purl the white, which isn't fun. Back to the back. Knit the black, back to the front, purl the white, knit the black. No, see, look, I missed, and I would have ended up with one at the back, and it ends up, you end up with an extra stitch, I think, and it confuses the hell out of you if you don't realise when you've done it. Told you they're a little bit tight. Purl the white. So you knit the black with a black and purl the white with a white. Now that is not always going to be the same when you start doing the pattern, trust me. Knit the black. No. See, there we go, I didn't take them both through. It's a good job I realised. Knit the black, purl the white, knit the black, purl the white. Now, I am assuming that if you're following this, you already know how to knit. If you don't, there are some amazing YouTube videos, tutorials. My mum taught me the basics. She taught me how to knit and how to purl, and that was that. And then after she passed, I decided I wanted to finish what she started. So I did. And YouTube was a godsend to me on learning how to cast on, because my mum never taught me that. I think she got fed up with me dropping stitches. So yeah, YouTube taught me to cast on, how to increase, how to decrease, how to do the raglan. Yeah. And how to pick up a drop stitch, which you need a crochet hook for. Well, I do. I'm not sure how my mum did it actually, because I don't think my mum owned a crochet hook. So we're still going. Knit the white, no, knit the black, purl the white, and we're nearly at the end. This is a quick one, because my one, it takes me 45 minutes just to do one row because there's over 700 stitches. Yeah. So I don't get many rows done in a day, because by the end of one I feel exhausted, because I can't leave it halfway through a row. It's so confusing. So if my kids need anything, they have to wait. So I try to only pick it up when they're really busy with schoolwork and stuff. Okay, we're near the end. No, just the black. Make sure you pay attention that you don't wrap both round, because it throws your count out as well if you haven't noticed. Right, now we're down to these last two. Now these last two, remember I said are going to be the same as the first two. Yes, it will give your edging a bit of a weird look, but I'm going to crochet over mine. So we're going to knit these two together. Yeah, the wool is at the back, so I was just making sure. So wrap both around. This is the only time you do that, beginning and end too. No, I've messed that up. It didn't catch. Okay, do it again. Both. Yeah, there we go. So that's both of those. So that's the first row done. Behave. So that's that. Now it's going to flip over now. So now you're going to be working on the white side. Okay. So I did this one back to front, although it makes no difference which way the first row goes. Do whatever's easiest to use. So these first two are now, so the background is black on this row, but when you flip it over, the background is white, which means these stitches here are going to be black. But that changes every row, so you have to pay attention. You can't you can't focus on anything else at the time. Trust me, I've tried. if Rob's decided to put on a movie, I have to just hold it for a minute, watch the important bit of the movie, and then I come straight back to it. So again, these first 2 stitches, grab them both together, use both strands of working yarn and knit the 2 together. That will never change. The 2 beginning, the 2 end. Let me just unravel a bit more white because I don't have to keep unraveling it. There we go, that'll do. Right, so this next row, sorry guys, you've done the edge one, which is outside, it doesn't matter. So these next 2 are white stitches. Right, now what that means, it's already white here, so you knit the white one. Each stitch has 2 stitches in it because you've got the front stitch, the back stitch, okay? So then you drop these to the back, no, to the front, and you purl the black one. So those 2 stitches is that 1 stitch there. 2 stitches make 1. Now you need another white one. So you knit the one you need in the front, pull the yarn to the front, and purl the one for the back. Right, so we've got, ignoring those 2, 1 front white, 1 black, black, 1 front white, 1 black, back. Now these next 2 are black. Now this is where you need to essentially ignore the colour of these. I got lost the first few times I tried. So I'm going to switch these 2 yarns. The one I'm knitting, I usually have over this finger here, and then let me just pull it right. The one I'm purling, I hold between this finger and thumb. So I would have been knitting a white one. So what I do is I switch, I flip them, and then just switch to holding them the other way. So I'm going to knit, ignore the fact it's white, that will confuse you. So I'm knitting a black one, pulling them to the front, and purling a white one. So that has put a black stitch on the front. Now I need 1 more of those, so I'm going to knit the next one in black, bring them to the front, and I'm going to purl a white one. So that's, see, they all get mixed up, ignore it. You've got 2 white, 2 black, and the way to do it is ignore these front 2. 1 white, 1, 2 white, and then these 2 together means you've changed the colours over. So now you've knitted 1 black, 2 black. So there should be 2 whites as well, but in purl. So we've done these 2. So now the rest of the row is all white. So whereas I had them that way just, I'm now going to flip them back that way. And the way I stop my yarn twisting myself personally is to always take the white over the top. So if I need to flick to black, I bring the white over. If I need to flick back to white, I take the white over. This stops the twisting in your yarn. You may be able to knit the same way, you may not, so you will end up untwisting lots of yarn. So the rest of this row is knit a white, bring them to the front, purl a black, knit the white, purl the black. I've got an extra bit of a strand there. Good job, this isn't anything important. Knit a white, purl a black, and you're going to do that all the way across. Knit a white, purl a black. So that keeps all the knit ones that are facing you white and all the black ones that are the other side in black. Sorry, I can see you shaking again even though I'm not looking at the camera. So we're going to finish this row. Don't forget to keep taking both yarns front and back. So I'll show you how I work mine. So my knit is on my finger, so I do the throw and knit it. When I bring them to the front, I'm still holding them exactly the same, but I use my thumb right here to pass it around, so I can keep the white one out of the way here. So throw with the white, and then I use my thumb to wrap around the black, so they're always in my right hand. I cannot do two-handed. I will admit I have tried it, it's not for me. This way is so easy for me, and you'll find your own way. Everyone has, you know, a comfortable way of holding their yarns. This is mine, and it stops them twisting as well, so I can have them comfortably on the sofa beside me and they're not gonna twist unless I forget which way I'm twisting and I just knit. I've done that a few times. I've not been paying attention to how I'm switching. See, I didn't spot that straight away. Yeah, sometimes I forget to pay attention to which way I'm twisting the black and the white when I'm switching colours. So sometimes I have to untwist them. So knit the white, purl the black, and you can always tell which is the knit and the purl because you'll have this V here. That's a knit stitch if you're new to knitting, and then the purl one sits in the back. But I will warn you, you need to ignore what stitches you're picking, what stitches you're picking up from the left needle, what colour they are, unless you're trying to work out if you're in the right, if your stitches line up as they should do, they're in the right area. Okay, so now we're down to these last two stitches again, and remember what I said, we're going to do these two together because it encloses and you don't have an open edge. So we're going to do wrap both yarns round. You've picked up both stitches, wrap both yarns round and knit it as normal. So we've done this row and we've now just done this row. Now this row we went that way, this row we went that way, and this is what you've got to do the whole process. You've got to keep going back and forth, which changes the colour of your stitches, and I'll show you what I mean right now. So this row, row 25, we're going to read it this way. Now the first few stitches, that's not going to make a blind bit of difference, but when you come to the colour change, well, it will make a difference because the background, you've got to pay attention. So what I mean is we're on the black side now, which makes these background stitches black instead of white. Okay, so we're going to need 5, 10, 15, 16, 17 black stitches. Remember, because it's flipped, it's the opposite of what you've already done. So these edge two, knit them both together with both strands. And then we're working black, so I will have black wrapped around my finger and the white just tucked in my fingers. So we're going to knit 17, well, knit and purl 17. So that's one, because we've done a knit purl. So this is number 2. And you get used to counting them in twos. Set number 3. Set number 4. Set number 5. 6. The knit is the first one, and then the purl. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, behave. Don't forget to keep pulling both yarns front and back, and 17. Okay, so now this is where we're going to change. So we have this one solitary stitch on its own, which remember is now white. That's the most difficult part, remembering when you've switched. So I'm going to take the white one over the top. Now this, see, we're in a black one. Ignore it. Just let your brain tell you I need to knit a white one and purl a black one. And that's that one stitch. And when there's two together, you know that was a colour change. So now we need to go back and change back to the background colour, which is, if you forget, just look here, which is black. So we've got 3 black stitches. So I'm now going to flip these that way. Ignore the colour here, that will confuse you sometimes. No. Knit a black, purl a white, that's 1. Knit a black, purl a white, that's 2. 1 more, knit a black, purl a white. There's your 3 stitches in the background. Okay. Now we need to go back and do 5 of the pattern colour, which we know is white because we've switched. So I need to switch them back over again and do 5 white. Ignore the colours on your left. Knit white, purl black, that's 1. Knit white, purl black, that's 2. Knit white, purl black, that's 3. Both to the back, knit white, purl black. If you forget, okay, because I just have, this was your last colour change, which means this was here. So that end white was the end of those 3. This new white was the start of these 5. So it's up to you how you count them, but because I'm working in white, I count the black because the black is the last stitch here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, which means I need another set. 1 white, 1 black. Whoops. There we go. So now I have 5. So from the white we count the blacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I need 1 more in the background colour, which is black. So I switch them again. 1 black, knit, stitch, 1 white, purl, and that's the end. And you can see like the 2 stitches that were down here, right here, and then these last 2, pick them both up together, take both working yarns and knit it together. Now that is that row. Now what you've got to remember now here is we're going back this way, which changes it all again. So the background is now white and the stitches are now black. So alrighty then, so these first 2 again, we're going to knit them together with both working yarns. You see what I mean about the edging? It's not the best, but I am just going to stick a little crochet edging over the edge when I'm finished my pandemic blanket. So now that we've done those, we move to the chart. So I think we're moving over, aren't we? We have this 1 background stitch and the background is white. So we're going to knit 1 and purl 1. So it's knit the white, purl the black, bring them back to the back, and now we need a black stitch. So now I'm going to switch the yarns in my fingers. So I knit a black one, purl a white one. So now I need to do 2 more background, which is white. So switch them back again. So 2 white, knit a white, purl a black. I am so sorry about my son. Knit another white, hopefully I'm talking over him, purl a black. So those are the 2 stitches in white. So knit those 2 together are 1, those 2 together are 2. So that's the 2 white. Now we need 4 black. So we're going to switch again back to black. And this is where the ignore what colour these are on this side, or it gets confusing. just talk around what you need to do, which is knit 4 black. So knit 1, purl 1, knit the black one because it's in the front, purl the back, that's 2, knit in black, purl in white, that's 3, knit in black, purl in white, that's 4. And just to double check, the 2 blacks are here, that's the colour change, so I'm going to count the white ones because it ends on the white. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we've got these 2 background stitches, which is white. So I'm going to flick it back. So I need 2 white ones. So knit the white, purl the black, knit the white, purl the back, purl the black. Not the back. Anyway, again, the colour change here, so we'll count the black. So there's the first white one, so 1, 2. We know we've got the right amount. And back to the pattern. This one is a black one. So yet again, I'm going to switch the yarns. No, it's black, I did just say that. So knit the black, purl the white. So that's that one. Now the rest of them, there should be 16 white stitches. I've let go of them wrong. So knit the white, purl the black. Now it matches, so you don't need to remember. Just knit the front colour, purl the back colour. And it is quite a thick, dense fabric when you've got this double side going on. I'm looking forward to it really, because next winter, I'm hoping it's done by then, my pandemic blanket, we'll see. But it'll be nice on my bed as an extra cover because it is quite thick. It's nice. I'm finding it hard working on it in the summer, to be honest, because it's that long now, it curls up on my lap, so it gets a bit warm. I think I might have to sit in the garden and do it instead. So we're knitting the white, purling the black, because they're all background stitches, and we are on the background white side. And you haven't got to drag any yarn across because they're both constantly in use. So there's no strands or anything you have to deal with. It is an awesome way to knit. I am absolutely in love with it. You can tell because on my channel I feature my pandemic blanket all the time. It is a cross stitch pattern and I chose to knit it, but it wasn't my idea. I found a couple of other people. Right, we're down to the last 2. Remember, you don't knit and purl this 2. You just knit them together using both working yarns, and it shuts that edge then. So that's that row. I'm going to do another row with you because we've got a bit more of a change on this row right here. I'll come right back. Let me just shut these blinds. There we go, no sun. Right, so we're flipping the piece now. My yarn is twisting just because it's on the table, and when I unwind it, it just goes everywhere. So yes, we've just done row 24, which was this way because the white background, black stitches. Now we're going to flip it and we're back on the background being black. Go away. No, behave. I need you guys to be able to see this. All right, so now we're back on the black side. So it's black background, white butterfly. Again, the first 2, knit them 2 together with both working yarns, and then we come to the pattern. And remember, this row is going this way. Okay, so we've done the edge stitch, so we need 15 of background stitches, and the background stitches are black. So we switch. So I've got the black in the back, so it's 15 knit black stitches. So there's 1. Remember, 2 stitches counts as 1. Knit 1, purl 1, that's 2. That's 3. That's 4. I've gotten so used to counting in pairs. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. Eight. So it's loosening up now from my tight stitches. 9. If you forget, go back and count. Ignore those 2. But because I'm knitting the black, I'm counting the white, because each one ends in a white. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the next one, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we've done all these white. Now we need 2 of the butterfly colour, which we know because the background is black, that is, the butterfly is white. Oh, it's twisted around my camera thing. There we go. So we need to flick back to the white. So the next 2 are white knits. So we knit in white, purl in black, that's 1. Knit in white, purl in black, that's 2. And then we need to go back. Now we've got 1 background colour, which is black. So I'm going to flick and change, knit 1 black, purl 1 white. Now we jump back to the butterfly colour, which is white. 4 white ones. So I'm going to flick back. So knit 1 white, purl 1 black, that's 1. Knit white, purl black, that's 2. Knit white, purl black, that's 3. Knit white, purl black, that's 4. And just to make sure, there's the colour change. We're counting the black because we finished in black. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's those 4 done. Now we need to go back to the background colour, which is black. So it's knit 1 in black and purl white. No, there we go. Purl the white one. So we've done that one. Now we're back to the butterfly again. And the butterfly on this occasion is white. So we're flicking back to white. So knit 1 white, which means you purl the black. Okay. Now we're changing again. The next one is actually a background stitch, which is black. So we're going to flick back to the black. Knit in black, purl in white. Okay. Hang on a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 black, 1 white, 1 black. Yeah, so I need 2 more. 1 white, because remember we're on the opposite side. So knit a white one, purl a black. No, it fell off. There we go. And we need to change back again for this background stitch, which is black. So knit the black, purl the white. Whichever stitch you need in front, you knit. Whatever stitch is on the back, you purl, but it's always knit 1, purl 1. Now to these last 2, you put them together, both working yarns, and you knit the 2 together and finish off. So, sorry, I knocked the table. That's that row done. You might find better highlighting it because the background The squares in the background, only on the butterfly, stand out well. The background doesn't, so highlighter might work better for you. So this is what we've got so far. Let me just move this up. Will you stay? Yeah, so this is what we've got so far. So we've got these set of stitches here, and these 2, these 5 right here, and then on top. And this top one you can't tell so well because it's all the loops that are on your needle right now. But if you flip it over, you'll find it is back to front, so your butterfly is now facing this way and it's in white. So that is it basically. Do you know what? I'll do one more row with you. Just one more row. Just to make sure you've got it. If there's any questions, no matter how silly you think they are, because trust me, I went through loads when I first went through my practice. You've probably got questions that even I didn't think of. Anything, no matter how daft you think it is, trust me, if you need to know, you need to know. Because it isn't always easy. I will do a separate video where I show you if you've accidentally done a wrong stitch on a row or so below. You don't need to unpick all the rows in between that you've done. I'll show you how to get to there and drop down to change it. Okay, I'll do that in a separate video. So let's do one more row. So the first 2 stitches again, both working yarns, through both the stitches, knit the 2 together. So now this row, we know we're going this way, and this means that the background stitches are white and the butterfly stitches are black. So we need to knit 1 in white, so you purl the black. Whatever you do on one, you do the opposite on the other. Now we've got these 2 here, which are black because the butterfly stitches are black on this round. So knit 2 black, so knit the black, purl the white, that's 1. Knit a black, purl the white, that's 2. So that's those 2 done. If you need to mark them off as you go, you know, feel free. Makes it easier. I have to on my pandemic blanket, trust me, or you get lost. Now we've got 2 background stitches which we know are white. It doesn't matter that this next stitch is black. Ignore these stitches. So we know we've got to knit 2 white, which means we knit the white and purl the black. That's 1. Knit the white and purl with the black. That's 2. So that's those 2 taken care of. Now we've got 2 butterfly stitches in black. So we've got 2 knitted black stitches. So knit the black, purl with the white. That's 1. Knit with the black, purl with the white. That's 2. So that's those 2 taken care of. Now we've got this 1 background stitch in white. So I'm going to flick back. So it's knit a white and purl a black. So that's that little random stitch there taken care of. Now we're going to do 2 blacks because the butterfly is black on this side. So we're going to knit a black and knit, purl with the white. That's 1. Knit with the black, purl with the white. That's 2. So then we've got this one right here, which is a background stitch, which means it's white. So we're going to knit with the white and purl with the black. So that's that one. Trust me, you'll need to mark off when you get into these bigger areas where it's constant change. Now we've got this butterfly stitch, which is black. So we're going to switch back to the black. So knit 1 in black and purl 1 in white. So that's that one. Now we know we've got 15 left and they are all background stitches, which is white. So I'm going to switch back in my fingers. So we're going to knit with the white, purl with the black all the way across now. Knit with the white, purl with the black. Knit with the white, purl with the black. Knit with the white, purl with the black. all the way to those last 2 stitches. Remember, don't do those 2 as you are doing these. They are different. So knit with the white and purl with the black. Knit the white both to the front, purl the back with the black. Knit with white, purl with black. Both strands to the front, both strands to the back. This is why I get on so well with them both in the same hand, because they're both, I haven't got to use both hands to bring both yarns to the front. You know, if you were doing, is it continental? Yeah, when you've got a yarn in each hand, you'd have to be bringing them both. I can't. I can't do that. See, now I missed, and it's a good job I spotted that. One's in front, one's behind, so I need them both round. Let me just show you what happens if you don't. So I've got the white, the black in front where it should be, and I've left the white in the back by accident. So I'm going to purl this stitch, and then look what's just happened there. That actually looks like I've changed colours, because I've actually got 2 for 1 stitch, which, you know, it's not supposed to be there. So when you pop this one off, you can see it's created an extra stitch. So be careful that you are pulling both yarns to the front and to the back, or you will create, no, wait a minute, yes, I'm purling with the black, I've got them in the wrong fingers. So knit with the white, purl with the black until those last 2 stitches, remember. So now we're going to knit these 2 together. So go through both, grab both working yarns, my pen, knit with both working yarns and finish off that row. So there we go. So this is the right side so far. Stay. Let's pull these yarns out the blinking way. This is the right side so far. And you can actually see it's starting to take shape now, because this is this inner area here in the white. And then when you flip it over, that inner area is now black, which is here, and it's facing the opposite way. So as long as you pay attention to what your background colour is and what your butterfly colour is and which side you're working on, you should be okay. If you forget, just look at your background. If it's black, then you know your butterfly stitches are going to be white, and if it's white, you know your butterfly stitches are going to be black. So there's that. Any issues, any questions, feel free to shoot me a comment. I don't mind doing another 1, 2, 3 videos just to kind of get you through it, because if you enjoy it as much as I am, oh my gosh, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. And I do plan, if I can find the time, to create my own blanket pattern. So maybe at some point, either, you know, we can do a knit along or something as suggested by Lone from A Random Stitcher here on Flosstube on YouTube. Or I can do a long dog sampler with you guys if you purchase the pattern, or I can just design my own and we can work through that one and do a knit along with that. So let me know how you go. Let me know if this video was any good. If there's anything that you didn't quite grasp that you need me to go over again, that's absolutely fine. Shoot me a comment and I will make another video. But I will do another video anyway on what to do if you've accidentally messed up. And let's say this stitch here that's black should have been white. I am in camera view, aren't I? Yeah, so you can go down a couple of rows and I will show you how to switch that, which would also change the other side, because you do them both together. Because if this side is meant to be white, then it means that side is meant to be black, and it's not. So it's switching the strands, that's all it is. But I will show you how to do that in a future video. So if you need, if for whatever reason I haven't managed to get the PDF into the description box and you haven't been able to get it, pause the video, you know, work through it. You won't be able to mark it off on your video obviously, but fingers crossed I've got the PDF in the description and you were able to print it off. So let me know how you go. Any problems, shoot me a comment, it's fine, we can work through it together. Enjoy is all I've got to say, because I've thoroughly enjoyed doing this. I might do a few more rows and then kind of catch back up with you and see how you guys have got on. Yeah, my email address will be in the description box as well, so if you feel like you need to send me a picture and say, I need to know how to fix this, or I'm not sure what this is or how to work it or whatever, that is absolutely fine. Shoot me an email with a picture if necessary and I will guide you through. Yeah, so enjoy guys, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.